Just got paid Friday night, party hopping, feeling right. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. The reason I'm singing that song and not playing it is so that I don't get a copyright claim on this video when it gets posted. But singing it because it's Friday. I actually did just get paid. And I just got monetized on this channel. Last week is when it officially happened. So I'm really excited about that. I just wanted to share that with everybody. Yeah, I'm just really pumped. Oh, speaking of, oh my gosh, Dee just got me my first ever super chat. Oh my gosh, Dee, thank you. Oh, you're the best. Oh my goodness. Shaheem's here too. Hey. Oh, thanks, Shaheem. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so oh my god, you guys. Stop. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, JKS. Wow, thank you. This is so cool, you guys. Oh, of course, I just want to say off the top, I never ever expect any kind of money at all, ever. Like anything like this is just so appreciated. I cannot express my gratitude enough. Thank you guys. Hey Ashton, how's it going? What's up? Oh, thanks, Prescott. Thank you so much. I'm really excited. It just means that my channel is continuing to grow, which I'm really, really pumped about. Hello, Linton Jonas. How's it going? Big up from the UK. Boss content. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's going good. Friday, figured let's do a live stream. I wanted to ask what people's weekend plans were, if anybody has anything fun planned, or if you're just planning on chilling this weekend. I would love to know what everybody is up to. I think my weekend's going to be pretty chill. Working on Sunday. I'm off tomorrow, so hopefully going to be working on a video tomorrow. That's what I'm planning on. We'll see. Hopefully that happens. But yeah, so for anyone who did not join my last stream where I archived my, well, I thought it was going to be my whole collection, but it ended up just being my horror DVDs because it just took me longer than I thought it was going to. So I held off on entering my VHS tapes because I was like, well, I'll just do it on another live. So that's what we're doing today. Oh, thanks, Shaheem. You're the best. All y'all support just really means the world to me. So what I'm doing today, I just have a really super fancy Google spreadsheet that I am entering my movies into. So yeah, I'm just gonna pull it up. I'll screen share so you guys can see it, and we'll just go through and enter in my tapes. And I do want to say that I do have, there are some of these that are definitely more considered thrillers. So horror and thriller tapes, I guess I'll say. Hey, Gordon Knight, how's it going? What is up? Yes, chill hangout again. I love a nice chill hangout, even on a Friday, And Dee just watched The Runner last night, short film on Shudder. Oh, it's by a band. I didn't know that. I had heard about it. I heard people talking about it when it was first put on Shudder, and I heard it got good reviews. So yeah, that's one that I definitely need to check out for sure. I just watched Turistas for the first time last night, and that I was expecting it to be very like early 2000s post-Hostel kind of movie. And there were parts of it that I enjoyed. Some of it hasn't really aged well, but I wanted to watch that for some good summer horror feels. So yeah. Hello, Nell Sal. Thank you so much. Oh, that's so nice. Welcome to the live chat. And Dee is eating carrots and Mountain Dew. Great. I love how you have like a healthy thing and then not so healthy, but fun combination. Shaheen plans to chill, watch Courage. Nice. Love Courage the Cowardly Dog. All weekend long with some other shows. Very cool. Hopefully go out and eat at a buffet. Very nice. I haven't been to a buffet in forever. Hey, Trash Stash. How are you? Hello, Art Samson. Have you ever sorry, do I have any pre-cert or ex-rental big box stuff? I don't. I will say my VHS, I don't have a lot of like cool editions or anything like that. I have like one Vestron, and it's not even really horror. But you know, I'm still growing. We're still working on it. I haven't had a decent VHS haul in a while, so I'm crossing my fingers that I'll find some good ones soon. But yeah. And Linton is finishing up a Halloween fan film script over the weekend. Very cool. That's awesome. I love it. Oh, Trash Ash, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you have a better rest of your night and the rest of the weekend goes better. Hey, movie collector, what's up? How many horror movies have I seen so far? Just in general? Oh, goodness, I don't know. It's in the hundreds, but I can't put an exact number on it because I just started using Letterboxd not that long ago, so I haven't been tracking my watches very well. So yeah, not sure. Hey Ben, how are you? Ben started watching the new Pretty Little Liars. Oh, is that out? Okay, I've seen a bunch of promotional stuff for it, but I haven't. I didn't hear when it was coming out. It's more of a slasher than the previous show. So interesting. Yeah, I'll have to check that out because when the original Pretty Little Liars came out, I was pretty into it for the first couple of seasons. I definitely did not finish out the show in its entirety, but the fact that this new one has this like slasher bit to it, I'm very interested by that. I'm wondering if it will be a little too like teen for me, but I guess I'll just have to watch and see. So, oh, excuse me. That was a weird noise. Dee has scary stories to tell in the dark playing in the background. Ooh, very nice. That's a good one where you just like, you know, you can tune it out, but then when you look up, there's like a really freaky image on the screen. That really sets the mood. Hey, Gano, how's it going? You love VHS, really need more horror though. Same. Yeah. My collection's probably split about 50-50. 50% horror and thrillers, 50% not, although it probably is a little more of the not horror. Unfortunately, I want to get that number up, but we're working on it. So yes, Trash Trash, I was just talking about that. Yes, I watched it last night, and yeah, it was interesting. It was fairly entertaining. I thought the acting was pretty good. I do think there are some things that haven't quite aged very well with it being an early 2000s movie. You know, there's a little bit of xenophobia, a little bit, I say, but really a lot of xenophobia in that movie. But that's kind of what you expect from like a post-hostile movie like that. But in general, it was pretty entertaining. Shaheem says, I think I might try and get into the Pretty Little Liars spinoff. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling too. Movie collector asks, what's my favorite horror director? Mine's Wes Craven. Very nice. Gosh, I do really like Wes a lot. I love Jordan Peele. Speaking of, if anybody has seen Nope, and you want to talk about it in the comments, that's fine. But please, please, please avoid spoilers because obviously it just came out. So if we do talk about it, I'm not going to go into depth with details or anything like that. Just kind of a general like how you felt about it. But yeah, I've just been really impressed with all of his work so far. Nope is not my favorite. Get Out is still my favorite of his films for sure. But I still enjoyed it a lot. Shaheem said, I tried to get into the original series of Pretty Little Liars, but never could. It came out when I was in like high school, so I was pretty much the like prime target for it. Probably like early high school, but for some reason I did not finish it. I don't know if I just got too busy to keep up with it or what, but Dee has seen Nope and really liked it. Beth definitely fits in with all his films. Yeah, I do kind of like, he's kind of like delving into all these different subgenres, which I find really interesting. So like Get Out was very psychological. Us, kind of home invasion, obviously it's not exactly that, but and then obviously Nope is like extraterrestrial. So I'm really curious to see what he chooses to do next, which is, I think that's the big thing about him is I just get really excited about what he's doing next. So I'll just be like, wow, this concept sounds so interesting. Like there's just really no one doing what he's doing right now. So Trash Trash says that Trace's isn't your favorite, but for a Hostel style film, I thought it was cool. Yeah, I still think Hostel is a better movie. The characters in Hostel definitely get on my nerves. I prefer the second Hostel, but there were some characters in Teresa's that definitely got on my nerves too. But as far as like the main people in that, like Melissa George's character and Olivia Wilde, they were pretty likable. But as far as an overall movie, I do think that Hostel is a better movie. But hello, KNL Collectibles. How are you doing? Your favorite Peele film is Us. Very nice. That's one I really need to get on. Probably a nice Blu-ray or bootleg VHS would be really cool too. Shaheem, all you're going to say about Nope is enjoyable, but in many ways not as huge as Get Out or Us. Still very inventive. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about it too. There were definitely some things where I was kind of like the internal logic of the film. There were some inconsistencies where I was kind of like questioning what was going on. And I do feel like it felt just a tad long, like he could have cut a little bit more and not really lost much by trimming down the runtime. But yeah, like you said, still very, very enjoyable. Very much like a blockbuster style movie, which is always fun for the summer. So yeah, okay, guys. So I think we're going to start with the archiving. And I'm going to share my screen and you guys get to see my very sophisticated Google Sheets. All right, so I tried to make it a good size. I hope you guys can read the titles okay. So everything on here that's already entered, I did on my other live stream where I did all of my Blu-rays and DVDs. Ooh. So as you can see, they're not really in any kind of order. I do have a column for the year, and that's really just for movies that have the same title, so remakes. And I don't think I really have to worry about that with the VHS tapes. And then the format it's under, so Blu-ray, DVD, and then if it is VHS or if I have it on both DVD and VHS, then I just added those both here. And then the pack column was just for DVDs where I had like multiple movies in a pack, you know, like so I have Scream 1, 2, and 3 all in one DVD. So yes. So what I'm really excited about is at the very end of this live, once everything is entered, I can alphabetize and everything will go in a nice alphabetical order. So yeah. So y'all can kind of see what I've already gotten here for DVDs and Blu-rays. And there are some that I think I might still have a double on VHS, and I'll try to add that if I haven't already. So yeah, and I'm just looking over my, you can't see, but over here in this direction are all my VHS tapes on the shelf. So I'm just going to be looking over there to look at the titles, but, and I'm going to try to stay up in the chat, make sure I don't get lost. So Movie Collector saw the trailer for the prequel for X. Yes, Pearl. I'm so excited for Pearl. I was just saying on Instagram the other day that I was so impressed that Ty West has really, really hustled to get it out. Like it's going to be released in September, which is only 6 months after X, which is incredible. And he wrote it in like 2 weeks when they were quarantining, when they went to New Zealand to film X. So everything, it's been just like go, go, go. And the fact that A24 was so confident in him and was like, all right, we're going to greenlight this, I think is so cool. So I am really excited for Pearl. I can't wait for September. Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm trying to have some semblance of organization in my life. This will help with that because, yeah, my movies are kind of everywhere. Everything's kind of jumbled up. So this will really help with that. Shaheem says, that's what I love about Jordan Peele's films. He chooses to do different concepts for horror. Yes. Yeah, with Freaky and Happy Death Day, feels similar, completely different. That's true. They all have a very Jordan Peele feel to them, but they're all very unique and different in their own way. So I totally appreciate that about him. D says, what if my whole VHS collection was just a bunch of copies of the VHS film franchise? That would be pretty amazing. I still haven't seen any of those, though, unfortunately. Oh, Prescott's got to go. Oh, well, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a good day at work. We'll see you later. Yeah, all alphabetical. And so all of my VHS tapes are on a shelf right now. All my DVDs are kind of like on a table, and I need to get more shelving for them. So this will really help when I want to put them on shelving. They'll already be in alphabetical order. So I'm really excited for that. um, Hey Nick, how's it going? Do I ever have any problems deciding what movie I want to watch? Sometimes it'll take me 20 minutes to decide. Yeah, I'm really bad about that, even though it's like I have so many movies that I will literally say out loud, like on a live stream. I'll be like, oh, I haven't seen that. I really need to watch that soon. And then I will either completely forget about it, or for some reason I won't be in the mood to watch it, or I will be scrolling through my own letterbox watch list. So these are movies that I have specifically saved to watch, and I have a whole list of them. And then I'll just look through and be like, I don't know, none of these are jumping out to me. So yeah, I'm really, really bad about that. D asks, do you think sequels the same year is a new trend? I'm thinking the Fear Street trilogy last year, X and Pearl. Kind of hope it's a trend, TBH. Yeah. I wonder because it makes sense if you already kind of know something is going to be a hit or take off, or you have an existing property like the Fear Street trilogy, where you're like, okay, we know the stories we want to tell. Or in X and Pearl's case, Ty West just had the idea come to him. I think if it's something like that where it's got the momentum, versus if it's something that's just being pushed out and rushed, which is a little, I'm just a tiny bit afraid of that with Pearl. Just the fact they're like, okay, we really had success with X, now we want to get this out as soon as possible while people are still thinking about it. So as long as the proper time is taken to make it as good as it can be, then I'm totally on board with that. But I could see it being a problem with kind of like rushing things out and having the quality suffer, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. Trash wonders what Jordan Peele's favorite film is. I know he's a big Carpenter fan, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was something like The Thing, but I'm not sure. I'm sure he's probably stated it somewhere in some interview or podcast or something like that. But yeah, okay. Ashton hasn't seen Nope yet. Oh, hopefully soon. I would definitely say seeing it in a theater is pretty. If you were able to, of course, I understand not everybody is able to go to the theater. Absolutely understand. But I saw it in like, it's the Cinemark XD, which I guess, I don't know if it's like IMAX. It's like huge screen. The sound system was crazy. But I'm really glad that I watched like that, because the type of movie it is, just the scope and the scale, and you're spending a lot of time looking at like the vast horizons and the sky, and having it be on a big screen. And then obviously like the sound design was really good. So having a good sound system, I think really made the difference. So if you are able to see it in a theater, and then obviously like monetarily supporting Jordan Peele, and then like, encouraging him to create more content is always good. But of course, if you can just watch it at home, then I think it'll still be good. But it's just such a big movie that I was really glad that I was able to see in the theater. So hi Hunter, how are you doing? Welcome. Okay, we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna try to stay up in the chat, but we're gonna pop over to the archive list. And so I have this little stack over here. Oh God, sorry. I just totally threw that on the floor. Wow, oops. I was gonna say I have this stack here, and these are all super moldy tapes. So I'm trying to keep them separate from my other tapes, because I've heard stuff about the mold spreading. I don't really know if that's really a thing, but I just want to be careful. So the movie that I just threw on the ground was Disturbing Behavior. So I'm going to enter that in. And like I said in my last stream where I did this, I'm really bad at typing. I'm really slow. And so if you catch any spelling mistakes or anything like that, please let me know so I can fix it, because I'm just not a good typist. And I wasn't sure if Sheets corrected spelling mistakes. I don't really know. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do VHS, and then we'll copy that down for all of the ones once they're entered. All right, so we're off and running. KNL Collectibles is behind on horror movies, back into gaming now. Oh, cool. I usually enjoy rewatching movies when I can't decide on something to watch. That's always good because then you know what you're getting into. Or, if it's a favorite, it's always fun to rewatch your favorite movies. So I definitely do that too. Ben says, I'm happy they announced the new VHS for this year, VHS 99. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen any of those. I'm so behind on those. Hey, Brandon, what's up? Have I seen the Teen Wolf TV series? No, I haven't. That was one I just never got into for some reason. The trailer for the movie, which takes place after the show, just came out. Oh, okay. They're making a whole movie about it. Interesting. I had no idea. Oh, yes. Did I say sequel? I meant prequel. Sorry, guys. Hey, Michael, how's it going? What is up? Yes, so glad to have you here. For anyone who doesn't know Video Creep, he has an amazing YouTube channel, and he was on a little bit of a hiatus, but he's coming back. So if you're not subscribed to him, please go subscribe because his content is amazing. Yeah, that's true, Hunter. Yeah, it was filmed at the same time. I guess with post-production stuff. But yeah, I'm confident that it'll be good. 1408 and Red Eye, nice. Oh, on my list, yeah. I finally saw In the Tall Grass. Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one either. I know, sorry. Okay, so next we have, right, I'm doing my moldy tapes. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. L-E-Y-S. Sorry, I have to like spell it out. Okay. And for anything with the, I'm just doing comma the so that it will be in alphabetical order. Did I spell? Yeah, okay. And then we have the Bleeders, which I also have not seen yet. Don't really know how it is, but Shaheem says the Fear Street trilogy started the sequel trend. Yeah. All three films, in my opinion. Part 2 is definitely your favorite. Nice. Yeah. I think I can't really remember what my favorite one was. I kind of like them all pretty equally. I thought the third one was pretty fun, just how they tied everything together. But hey, Vlad, how's it going? What do I think of Stir of Echoes remake? Is that come out? I've never seen the original. So if that is out, I have not seen it. If it's coming out, I should probably watch the original before I watch the remake. But one of his favorite is Ghosts of Mars. That would be hilarious. Oh my gosh. The movie's notoriously bad, but oh yes, Sadie Sink is queen. That's so true, Ashton. Totally agree. Cody, hey. What horror film did I dislike that others loved? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to say I outright disliked it, but the It remake, I did not think it was nearly as good as everybody was saying it was. I don't know. I was not a huge fan of the original or anything like that. I've seen it maybe once in its entirety. So I didn't really have any nostalgia attached to the original, but yeah, I just thought it was a bunch of kind of like Pennywise doing something scary and then going away. And by scary, I mean kind of like jump scare. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not really for me. I didn't watch part 2 or chapter 2, but I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I would watch chapter 2. I don't know. I wasn't super grabbed by it. So yeah. Okay. After Bleeders, we have 7. Oh, and I have that on. Ooh, DVD 2, and I don't know where it was because I put it SE, the letter or the letter. Oh my god, the number 7. Oh, here we go. Okay, 38. So I can add VHS to this, and I'm just doing them in order of like when they came out as a format. So VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. Okay, cool. And this next one isn't really horror, but whatever. I'm gonna add it. And I have to do crow, comma, the. So weird. Fear Street 1 felt like Scream, 2 Friday the 13th, and 3 was a variety of horror films. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I thought Stir of Echoes was an original from 99. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I haven't heard about that, but I'm not really tuned into the Stir of Echoes universe. Gordon Knight hasn't seen Nope yet, but is really surprised to hear Nope described as a blockbuster. Not what I expected at all. Yeah, I guess that it kind of just reminded me of Jaws in that, like, the mystery of something out there, something that's, you know, a threat to humans, and the humans are having a hard time, you know, capturing it or whatever. Like, it just felt very Jaws. And I want to say, I keep seeing stuff about like the movies that Jordan Peele had the actors watch, who were in Nope, like to get into character and kind of get the feel that he was going for. And I heard that Jaws was one of them, so it kind of makes sense, just with like the overall general style of the film. But hey, Cinema Guillotine, how are you doing? You just ended up with a few moldy tapes in a recent pickup. The worst. You know, it's so funny because like the ones that I have over here that I separated, there were some that I had checked when I got them. And then I realized I was like, oh, I don't think I've actually checked all of my tapes. So I literally went through all of my tapes and looked for mold. And then I discovered that there were some that I didn't realize had mold on them that did. And I was like, dang it. So I actually, you know, maybe I will denote that on this list in case I, you know, want to look for ones without mold, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to put under format moldy sad face. And then I'll just put that for all of them. That's how you spell mold, right, guys? Is that right? Moldy. I'm so bad without spell check. It's ridiculous. And so I think that's all of them, actually. Yeah. So what I'll do is I will pull that down. Wait, which one? Oops, no. This next one will just be regular VHS. Okay, cool. So, oh man, Hunter said the Gordy scene from Nope. What nightmares are made of. Yeah. Won't specify what happens in that scene, but absolutely. And you know, my struggle with autocorrect in terms of spelling. So no worries. Yeah. That's true too. Sometimes autocorrect can be very unhelpful with spelling, but yeah. Ooh, Ashton is asking if I'm excited for Chucky season 2. I still haven't seen all of the Child's Play franchise, so I will be excited for it when I eventually watch all of them, and then I watch the first season, and then I'll be excited for it. Because I have heard it's really good. I just really want to watch all the franchise before I start it. So, hi Cam, how are you doing? You're new here, admire your work a lot. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. I'm glad I can learn with you. Oh. What's the last VHS movie you bought, and what was my first VHS movie I got? So the last one I got was actually I went over it in one of my thrifting vlogs, and so I don't know if this really counts because it ended up being the wrong tape inside of the slipcase, but a Death Becomes Her screener I found at a thrift store, and I was really excited because I was like, oh, I don't have any screeners and I don't have Death Becomes Her either. So this is really cool. But it turned out that someone had put a different tape in the case. So it's just some random movie filmed off of someone's TV. So I know that doesn't really count, but I have the case at least, which is kind of cool. And then the first horror VHS I got, I'm trying to think because I think I got a haul of movies from like either Marketplace or something like that. So it was a bunch of different ones. So I'm trying to remember what was in that. I want to say the original It was in that. I'm pretty sure. Speaking of, okay, we're going to move over here to the movies that are over on my shelf. And the first one I have is, oh, dang it. I always have a habit of capitalizing the second letter. Okay, Signs. which I still haven't seen. I know it's kind of blasphemous, but okay, next is at Pupil. Another Stephen King adaptation. Hey Loki, what are you doing? Thanks so much for stopping in. Still at work. We'll be in and out. Yeah, no worries. Always good to see you. Oh, thanks, D. D is always so on top of it with that in the comments. I love you for that. Hello, West Tex Horror. How are you doing? Oh, and Loki too. Yeah, Loki's always really good about that too. Thanks. D says their favorite Fear Street trilogy was the trilogy was the third one, which really surprised you. Don't usually like period pieces like that. Okay, I'd rank them 3, 1, and 2, which is the opposite of what you thought you'd like. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I would rank them, and yeah, I probably 2 and 3 are pretty close. Not that one was bad or anything like that. I think there was a lot of setup in one. But I did see that we are getting, or we were talking about this earlier, but in regards to what we're getting more in the Fear Street like universe, are we getting like the origin stories of the villains, like the different villains that were sent by the witch? Has anybody heard anything about that? Because I saw like a teaser picture that had all of them in it, and I was like, ooh, does that mean we're getting like a movie for each of these villains? Yes, I'm very curious about that. Yes, Wes, we did talk about Nope a little bit, just kind of like general thoughts. Of course, no spoilers, but I said I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite Jordan Peele movie. That one is still going to be Get Out for me, but still really good. Let's see. Oh, okay, there is a remake. I had no idea of Serve Echoes. Okay, good to know. And then Action says Fear Street Part 2 is your least favorite. Or is your favorite, sorry. And then part 1 is your least favorite. Gotcha. I guess it seems that seems to be the lowest for most people then. The slowest plus killed off 2 of your favorite characters. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I'm bopping back and forth. And wait, did I? Oh, okay. Sorry, I just saw Michael's comment. Worries about spelling. Also, I put crow, comma, the. Yeah, I really want them to be in alphabetical order, so I have to put the after. Because then I would just have a bunch of thes in a row, and that would really bug me. So, and Wes already watched Nope this past weekend. Oh, with your daughters, cool. You're going again tomorrow to watch it in IMAX. Ooh, I think that'll be a really good experience. Yeah, it's definitely one of those that benefits from being on a really big screen with a really good sound system. So, okay, so after At Pupil, we have Amityville 4, which is the only Amityville sequel that I have. I do have the original on VHS, but and I haven't seen this one either. A lot of these I haven't seen actually. Amityville 4, and then I don't know what. I can't read. It's kind of far away. I can't read what the like subtitle of it is. If anybody knows, let me know. Cinema Gaetian says, speaking of The Crow, have I seen the fan film from 98? No, someone finally uploaded it. I was not aware. And it's from 1998? Interesting. Now I definitely want to seek it out. That sounds like it could be either really good or really bad. So let's see. Happy Birthday to Me is next. To me. Yes. And that one is an RCA with like the red trim, which I absolutely love. And then we have Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. And I don't know if I should put a colon here or not. Not that it really matters. But, ooh, gotta go down. Okay, thank you, Agent Paycheck. I spelled it right. Yeah, I just didn't check them. That's totally on me. And I haven't tried to clean it off, like Trash Chef says. Yeah, I have read about it a little bit. Just I've been in, different groups on Facebook where people regularly clean moldy tapes, and you can, ask for suggestions on what to do. I have not ventured into that at all, but I'm holding on to them just in case I do learn how to do that. So, yeah. Shaheem says, after your favorite characters in Fear Street got killed off, you were devastated. Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard when that happens. Brandon asked what my thoughts are on X, Bree, and the Fright Night remake. Just picked those up today and have only seen Fright Night. Okay, cool. And I have only seen X, but I really, really loved X a lot. Like we said earlier, I'm definitely very pumped for Pearl. So yeah. Gano has an original 96 Back to the Future VHS. There's some mold on the label. Oh, okay, not on the tape. Oh, that's so interesting. That's just on the label. And if it still plays, that's good. Yeah. Okay, so Elvira, we have, Child's Play. Yeah. And the thing with this is I don't have any other Child's Play VHS tapes besides Bride of Chucky. So it kind of bums me out that in alphabetical order, the Child's Play franchise won't be together because, you know, but it's okay. Next we've got, actually, speaking of Bride of Chucky, on my shelf, they're not in any type of order really. So franchise movies are going to be separated probably until I do alphabetization, but and yes, like Hector said, yep, mold can be cleaned. Yeah, cleaning the old-fashioned way. See, I've got to figure out how to do that because I definitely don't have any kind of machine that can do it. Yeah. Oh, it's okay, Ashton. I'm just super behind. See, that's another thing where we're talking about earlier when you're like struggling to think of movies to watch. I should just knock out all of the franchise movies that I haven't seen, but for some reason I still haven't done that. And Shaheem's ranking of Fear Street Trilogy is 2, 1, and then 3. Nice. Oh, from best to awesome. Nice. Oh, thank you, Ben. Okay, The Evil Escapes is the subtitle for Amityville 4. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and put that just because I want to have that on there. What's the one with the clock? There's like a haunted clock. Again, I've only seen the original of the Amityville horror franchise. Oh, Canal asked, have I seen Old? Wondering if it's worth watching. No, I haven't, and I've kind of been putting it off because I've heard it's not great. Although it was kind of a mixed bag reviews wise. I think some people did really like it, but from what I heard, there were a lot of people that said it just wasn't very good. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of putting that one off. Hey, Nathan, how's it going? You just ordered your Lake Placid Scream Factory. Nice. As well as part 3 and final chapter on DVD. Very good. That's awesome. Yeah, I have been itching to go shopping for some more tapes and Blu-rays and everything. Yeah, maybe I'll have to do another thrift vlog or something soon. But okay, people are echoing what I'd heard, that Old is not very good. So yeah. Yeah, definitely not at the top of my watch list, but okay, so next we have Hello, Mary Lou on night 2. And it's I try to keep you know, if it's 2, if it's either the number or I try to keep it the same as what's on the actual movie. So that's just what I'm doing. And then again, I don't know if I should put a colon here or not. I don't know. Yeah, I'll do it. Just because I want to. Okay. Next we have, I guess for the movies that start with An or A, do I want to keep it? Yeah, I guess I'll keep it at the beginning. I was trying to decide if I want to put it like comma at the end, but I'm just going to do this for now. But Werewolf in London. Shaheem says Amityville. Wow, that is hard to say fast. Amityville film with Bella Thorne was your favorite, but it wasn't the best in the series. See, I know that franchise has kind of gone off the rails, but I had no idea there was an entry with Bella Thorne in it. I mean, I know they're still making new ones, but like, man, it's so interesting. Ooh, Ben, you have a screener copy of Hocus Pocus. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. Oh, and I did the thing where I capitalized the second letter. So jealous of that. Wow, that's amazing. KNL says M. Night hasn't done a good movie in a long time then. I didn't even, like, I've heard that The Happening is pretty bad too. Yeah, again, that's one I haven't seen. I really don't know much about M. Night Shyamalan's filmography besides really The Sixth Sense. That's my favorite of his, I would say, because obviously that movie's amazing, but also I just haven't seen much else of his, which sounds really bad, but yeah, it's just the truth. Okay, we've got Valentine next, and then The Craft, but we have to do Craft. Oh yeah. And that was one that I did have a moldy copy of. My friend Alyssa got me a nice clean copy, which is amazing. Wes says I don't collect VHS, but I did come up on a deal about 25 cents a piece. Oh, sold some and still have a few very nice. See, that's what I always try to look for. I always am looking on Facebook Marketplace, or I really should be hitting up more like garage sales and yard sales or stuff like that to get good deals on VHS tapes, because a lot of stores are just pricing them too high. Like even, I mean, usually at Goodwill, they'll be like $1, but I've been to like half price books where some of the, harder to find copies of VHS tapes, like they're in the know. They know that they need to price those higher, or like people will buy them for more. So places like that are even upcharging on VHS, where I'm like, oh, come on, guys, really? But yeah. Let's see. Next, we've got Poltergeist 3, and I don't have any other Poltergeist movies on VHS, but this is just one that I found. I think it was on Facebook Marketplace, actually. And this is another I want to make sure I spelled that right. I think so. Hey, Tom, how are you? Welcome. Let's see. Oh, it is Amityville that has the haunted lamp, because that's the one I have, which is amazing. So I'm kind of excited about that. Maybe I'll try to watch that. Hey, what's up, Planet CHH? How's it going? Gano says so many Netflix shows that I know I'd like, but haven't watched myself. Yeah. There's so much stuff to watch out there. It's so hard to find. Did I enjoy Dune? So pumped for the sequel. No, I didn't see it. I know. Sorry. Tom says, I love What a Slut Mary Lou is in Prom Night too. It's hilarious if you haven't seen it. Yeah, it is. She does not give a fuck. She is, yeah. She's kind of a badass, but she is kind of mean at the same time. So, okay, we've got, okay, so this is going to be a weird one. Another one where it's a sequel, so I'm going to have a number, but then I have to do comma the after that. So it's going to be so weird. Rage, we'll do a colon. Carry to, comma the. That looks so weird. I don't know if I like that or not, but we're going to keep it for now. Next, interview with the vampire. All right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up in the chat, guys. I'm falling behind. Let's see. Sorry. D asked, anyone know if they're making any more of the Babysitter franchise? Ooh, that's a really good question. I really enjoyed the first one and the second one. I thought they were both really fun horror comedies. So I would totally be okay if they wanted to keep expanding that. It would be interesting though, because the first two have like the same characters. So would they bring them back for the third one, or would we start kind of with a whole new cast of characters? Yeah, we shall see what happens. But Ashton says, I hope Hocus Pocus 2 is good. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of equal parts excited and worried, but the thing about it is it doesn't affect the original. The original will still be there. It will still be what it is. And we can still love that movie, even if Hocus Pocus 2 isn't good. So, yeah. Oh, Tom says that he saw the Bella Thorne Amityville. It's like Patrick and Bella's in her underwear a lot. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. And Trash Shash is not a fan of M. Night. Yeah, I guess he's got just an interesting body of work. Like, it's pretty diverse. There's a lot of highs and a lot of lows. So Ashton, I would suggest watching them. They're really fun. You just have to go in knowing it's going to be goofy. It's going to be over the top. But yeah, I really enjoyed them. Oh, and Ben found the screener at Goodwill. No way. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. I never have that good of luck at Goodwill. Okay, so next we have Event Horizon, which whoa, eyes open. Am due to rewatch for sure. All right, next, Killer Clowns, Outer Space. Oh my god, I did it again. All right. Gano says, gotta find people that don't care what they're selling. Exactly. They don't care. They just have it. It's been sitting in their house, taking up space. They haven't washed them in years. They're just trying to get rid of them. And yeah, they're just like, here, take, 10 for $5 or, whatever. Each of them is 25 cents. That's goals. But like I said, people are starting to figure out like how much people are willing to pay for certain movies. And I mean, like, you go on eBay and some of the tapes people are pricing, they are pricing way more than they should. And it's kind of ridiculous. But Shaheem says Valentine 2001 is such a hot horror movie, like Jennifer's Body and Ginger Snaps. Like those films, they are really hot, have a really hot take on the horror genre. Yeah, Valentine's, it's fun for sure. I really enjoy the killer design in that movie. There's so many ways you can do a masked killer, and I don't know, just having the Cupid mask, it just fits the Valentine vibe so well. Yeah, I love it. Tom says a bookstore 10 years ago, you would buy VHS from, a bookstore. Interesting. They just threw them all away. Oh no, that's terrible. Oh man, that's so upsetting. Right, just give them to, just donate them to you. Oh man, you just wonder what could have been lost. All right, we got Killer Clowns, and then we have, okay. Another one I have to put the at the end. And I'm going to do the proper way. Well, so this release of Texas Chainsaw Massacre has chainsaw as one word, but I'm going to separate them because that's what it originally was printed as, I guess. But yeah, and then comma the, capital, the, yeah. Okay. Ben says the clock one of Amity. It's called It's About Time. Okay, so that's not the one I have. Darn it. Now I'm sad about that. Trash Dash says Prom Night 2 is the best one. It's the only one I've seen, but it's really fun. I still really have to see the original, but yeah. Oh, thank you. Hi, Mean. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. Aw. I think you're really cool. That's so nice. This is my first stream that I've had the ability to get super chats, which is really, really awesome. You guys have been so nice. Trash Trash says it's the best title ever. Rage : carried to comma the. It looks ridiculous, doesn't it? But I feel like that's how I should phrase it on here. I don't know. I might end up changing that one if it's just too weird. But okay, next to that one we have, we have Witchboard. And that's one word. And I can go ahead and copy that down because I have Witchboard 2. And also another one where I don't know if I should put a colon, but sure. These are going to probably be out of order because one has a number and one has a colon, but whatever, we'll see. All right. Brandon says, speaking of the babysitter movies, does anyone know if they are out on DVD or Blu-ray? That's a good question. I have a feeling since they're Netflix originals, probably not, which is kind of a huge bummer with a lot of these movies that come to streaming because they just don't get physical media releases. Like, I really want Fresh on Blu-ray, but I don't know if that's ever going to come out because it was a Hulu release. So I don't know. I think that they want to make these movies exclusive to the streaming platform so that you have to watch it on the platform. I get that. But at the same time, I still feel like they can make money off of physical media. I don't know. So we'll just have to wait and see if we ever get any of those. But yeah. Oh, Ashton says, in regards to the babysitter movies, over the top, that's one of your many complaints of Drag Me to Hell. Yeah, I would say, I don't know. I think with Drag Me to Hell, which I agree, totally over the top. I think that with that, Sam Raimi was just like oscillating between like serious and campy, like, and that's what kind of threw me through a loop because I was like, I'm trying to decide where to land. The thing about the babysitter movies is they're pretty much goofy the whole time. So I guess in that way, I liked it better. The over the topness, I thought it fit in better. Yeah, if that makes sense. But Dee says we love killer clowns from outer space. Yes. Nathan, oh, you ordered, The Thing at Scream Factory. Very nice. That's amazing. That's definitely one that I'm really sad that I don't have, number one, on VHS, but number two, on a really nice Blu-ray. I just love the cover of The Thing. It's so cool. Such a cool design. Wes says Jennifer's Body is your number one guilty pleasure. I don't think you have to feel guilty about liking it. I think it's genuinely a good movie, but totally, absolutely love Jennifer's Body so much. Ben found a VHS copy of Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, at the first garage sale you ever went to. Wow. It was weird the sellers did not even know they had it. That's so interesting. Yeah, I feel like it's like either one of two things. You are either someone who owns VHS tapes and you know every single one you have, you have movies that you love, you're purposefully collecting them, or it's just something that you've had for years that you bought when they, first came out, and you're just kind of like, oh yeah, those old things, they're just kind of sitting, in the basement or whatever. It's so interesting. And then while other people are like, give me those, I want those so bad. But yeah, I gotta hit up some more yard sales and stuff like that for sure. Ben says the only way to watch the uncensored version of Dream Child. I wonder what version I watched. I don't really know. Hector says you buy your VHS at Needle Drop Record Shop. Very cool. One time they had the Media Maniac for $80. Oh, okay. I've never heard of the Media Maniac, but must be hard to find, or I don't know. Now I want to look that up because that sounds interesting. Okay, we left off at Witchboard, and now we have Urban Legend. And this is another weird one because I do have Urban Legends Final Cut, the sequel. And it kind of bugs me that they named it Urban Legends. Like, I wish they just said Urban Legend Final Cut. But alas, that is what it is called. And again, I don't know if I want to do. I won't do a colon for this one. Sorry, I'm being kind of chaotic with these colons, but I don't know. Final Cut. Okay. Alrighty. So this number right here is going to be my total horror collection of all the horror movies I have, horror and thriller. So minus the title row, I'm at 133 right now. Hello, Osty Ost. You got Gone with the Wind on VHS today. Very nice. Ben says The Babysitter is a Netflix movie. They don't put them on physical media. Yep. Unfortunately. Ugh. And oh no, Tom tried sending a super chat, but it doesn't work. Oh no, I wonder what's going on. I wonder if anybody else is having trouble. If you are, please let me know. Maybe it's on my end and I can try to see if there's a way to fix it. But because like I said, it's my first time doing it, so it could be a settings issue. I'm not sure. I'm still learning about this monetization stuff, but D says, I see movies and TV from streaming services on DVD at libraries some. Oh, okay. Other than Shudder, original movies are always, at Walmart. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, okay. So I wonder if at libraries then, because I have seen places like at different stores I go to, people will sell library copies of DVDs. And I know sometimes libraries will sell off their extra media and stuff like that. But I do have a feeling that if it's a Netflix movie, it's relatively new and they probably won't be getting rid of that for a while. So yeah. Man, it really bums me out because I want like a Blu-ray of Fresh, and I would love that. But Shaheem says, Superhost, you got on DVD. Oh, okay. Yeah, from Shudder. I didn't know that. Okay, Shudder is putting some stuff out. That's cool. Yeah, Netflix still needs to stop being stingy. Give the fans what they want. They want you to pay for freaking monthly streaming is what they want. Those bastards. All right, we had Final Cut, and now the faculty, and Final Destination. Oh, wait, I already had this. I think I already added this because I have it on DVD. So I'm pretty sure I added it already. I just don't want to scroll all the way up. So we can skip that one. And next we have Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think that's the only Universal monster movie I have. I'm pretty sure. Yes, Ben, totally agreed. Ugh, so frustrating. Oh, right. But I wonder, Ben, I can't remember if you were in the chat on my last live, but we were talking about how they're releasing, I think it's Paramount is releasing a set of all the Paranormal Activity movies. And I'm wondering if it includes Next of Kin. I think it does. I want to say it's all of them together. But the catch with that is obviously you have to buy the whole set. So if you already have the other ones and you don't need them, that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, double check that because I'm not sure if it includes that one, but I'm pretty sure. Ashton roasted that movie on Letterboxd. Oh, really? Wait, which movie? I missed it. Sorry. Tom says Killer Clowns scared me so bad renting as a kid, terrified. I bet if I saw that as a kid, I'd be like, I'm not going to carnivals. I'm not messing with clowns. I'm not eating cotton candy. No, thank you. And Ben says I have all the other. Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed this. So yeah. So you would probably have to buy that whole box set, which probably would not be worth it just for one entry. But okay. So we've got Silence of the Lambs, and I do have that in a pack, DVD pack. So I think that one's already on here. So next we have Alice. Oh, I keep doing that. Sweet Alice. I need to take some typing lessons. Oh my gosh, it's painful. And Silver Bullet. All right. Oh, did it again. Oh my gosh. Okay. Trash Stash asked. It's kind of a tongue twister too. Trash Stash asked, do you guys ever experience any haunted VHS, like ones that rewind themselves even though you fell asleep before it was over? What? I've never heard that was a thing, but now I have something new to be scared of for sure. Wow. Hey Hank, how's it going? How you doing on this Friday? Tom saw Dream Child in theaters. Don't remember if it was uncut or what else. Okay. Yeah, I do wonder. I watched the version that's on probably the DVD I have, so I don't really know which one that was. But Shaheem says the original Urban Legend is a masterpiece. I personally prefer the sequel. I don't know if I'm in the minority with that, but the first one is still fun. But I really like the sequel for some reason. It kind of feels like a little giallo to me. Maybe that's why. But and then Tom saw Urban Legends on a date. Such a 90s date. Absolutely. Yeah, that's so fun. Okay, let's see. We're going to keep going over here. And next is a return to Salem's Lot. I do not have Salem's Lot. unfortunately. Not. And I kind of have my Stephen King tapes grouped together over here, so that's kind of nice. Cat's Eye. And It. Should I put Stephen King's It? No, I won't mess with that. Ashton agrees that Urban Legend is good. Oh, wait, did I say that already? I think I did. Sorry. Hector meant to say that the video label was Media Home Entertainment in the movie. Oh, Maniac. Oh, a media version of Maniac. Got ya. Okay. For 80. Okay, yeah. I don't really know how hard that one is to find. I mean, I know it's a really popular cult movie, and I mean the cover is pretty iconic, but yeah, 80 seems pretty high. I don't know. Austin finally got your favorite movie on VHS a couple of days ago. Oh, Mothman Prophecy is very cool. That's awesome. If alphabetization screws up, don't flip. The undo button will fix it. Yeah, we'll see. I am really excited to hit that at the very end of this video, and everything will go in order. It'll be so nice. The most somebody gave me for VHS was $240. Wow. The German vampire movie Darkness. Okay, I've never heard of that. Interesting. Now I want to look it up. That's a hell of a lot for a tape, though. Dang. All right, we've got, what is that? Sometimes they come back, I think. Wait. Yes. Okay. It's kind of hard to read. That's fine. And I'm losing light here, so it's getting darker. Sometimes they come back. Oh, God. I gotta learn to look up at the screen when I type, but I can't do it. And, oh, The Shining, but I have that on Blu-ray, so I will add that to my previous entry. Okay, and then Pet Cemetery and Cemetery. I always have to think about how to spell it the wrong way. Matary. Brandon has a really cool store in your town called Soundgarden. It's like a record store and video store all in one. Oh, cool. It's the only place I like to get my movies from. That's great. I have to look and see. There are a decent amount of record stores where I live, but I don't know how many of them carry movies or if they just mostly focus on music. So I've got to explore that a little more and see. But I have a feeling the ones that are here, if they do have VHS, they're probably the type of place that know how certain movies or certain versions of movies will sell more. So they'll probably have them priced accordingly, which, you know, but yeah, that's something I really need to do. Oh, okay. Ashley was talking about Drag Me in Hell. That's funny. Yeah. I did my Redemption rewatch video on it, and I did like it a little more on that rewatch because I really hated it the first time I saw it, but still not going to be one of my favorite movies. That's for sure. Shaheem says, every time I hear The Faculty, the first two things I think about are Zeke's haircut. Yes. Josh Hartnett's haircut. Oh my gosh. He's tweaking. Let him tweak. That's so funny. Yeah, Josh's hair, just absolutely what was happening? What was going on? Who styled him? I have no idea. Trash Dash, me too. It's I don't know if you're on Instagram, but I'm sure a lot of people watching already know, but my Instagram handle is Anna Sweet Anna because I love that movie, and it really resonates with me a lot. So I do actually have 2 copies of Alice Sweet Alice on VHS, and one of them, my friend Alyssa, who I was talking about earlier, she got me the nice version of the craft. She makes like custom slipcases, and so she made me a custom slipcase for Alice Sweet Alice, and I guess she like transferred the movie onto a tape too. So it was really, really cool. But yeah, so I have 2 copies of that. I would like to get it on Blu-ray too eventually, because Arrow has a really nice copy of Alice Sweet Alice on Blu-ray, which I would really love to get. But Tom is in Baltimore. Oh, you have Soundgarden too. Nice. The other is on Syracuse. Cool. If I'm ever in Baltimore, I will have to check that out. Okay, so after Pet Cemetery, we've got, oh gosh, it's so hard to read where it's so small. Hold on, let's see. Okay. And this is another weird one because it's a sequel, but the title of the movie of the franchise comes after. So it's Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. So yeah, we'll just do it like it is on the spine. Blair Witch. And I think it's the number. It's kind of hard to see. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. And there's no the. But there's a lot of colons actually with the tapes. That's so funny. There were like none with the DVDs. The movie. All right. Oh, and I missed the S. There we go. Oh, Tom has the Alphabetizing novel. Very cool. Nathan likes it too. Very cool. Yes, it's definitely an underrated slasher for sure. I mean, the killer design is just so freaking cool. Like, I cannot get over the yellow raincoat and the clear mask with the makeup on it. It's just so cool. I love it so much. Oh, and Trash Tash's favorite slasher is Maniac. Very nice. It's such an interesting movie. I think that, I mean, Joe Spinell he knocks it out of the park. He's also just like the sweatiest person in the world in that movie. That's like one of the first things that comes to my mind when I think about Maniac is scalped, women, their hair on mannequins. And then after that is sweaty Joe Spinell. Wes says, I'll give the rest of my VHS. You'll give it away. Oh, okay. The Abyss, The Frighteners, Species 1 and 2, and Halloween 1 and 2. Okay. Very nice. Oh, no way. Frighteners has a lenticular cover. That's so cool. I don't have any VHS with lenticular covers. I do have Cloverfield's DVD has a slipcase with a lenticular cover, which is very cool. I think they're so neat. Gano says Maniac is one of those movies that you just feel filthy. Agreed. Yeah. Like I said, it's so sweaty. It's so gross. Tom won an 80s horror trivia night. Very cool. A winning question was about Maniac. Ooh, okay. If you remember the question, can you ask it in the comments and see? I want to see if I know. I'll probably get it wrong, but I'm just very curious. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Definitely Shaheem. Zelda is nightmare fuel for sure. She's so scary. That is a really strange title choice for a Blair Witch movie. Yeah, that's another one I haven't seen. So thank you, Loki. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Just saw you got the super chats now. Sorry if you already went over that. Oh, no, do not apologize, please. Like I said, I'm in and out of the stream. Thank you. Thank you, Loki. Loki has been a supporter from like the very beginning of my channel. So awesome. And I appreciate your support so much. And Ashton hates all of the Blair Witch movies. Oh, even the first one, really. Granted, I haven't seen that in a while. I will say that's one of those where, rewatches might not be as rewarding if you're looking for being, super surprised and scared or whatever. But, it's definitely a classic in the found footage genre. But we have, okay, that was my first shelf. I've got two more. Next up, another 90s post-Scream classic. I know what. I'm really sorry I keep doing that, guys. You did last summer. Ooh, and I can go ahead and pull it down. And I can put still, because I have the sequel. Right. I don't know if the third one was ever released on VHS, but I heard that one was really bad. So yeah. Nathan hasn't seen Maniac, needs to get the original and the remake on Blu-ray. Yeah, I will say, definitely watch the original. If you haven't seen the remake as well, watch the original first, obviously. But I would say that the remake is one of the best horror remakes. It's not my favorite movie. I will say I probably prefer the original just in terms of movies, but the remake with Elijah Wood is just, it really pays really good homage to the original while still updating it. So I suggest watching both for sure. Hello again, Dee. How are you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Tom says the awesome thing in Blair Witch 2 is that they have a Wiccan girl. Oh, and a goth girl. Oh, I think we talked about this a little bit on a previous live where it was like goth day. and someone brought that up. I forget who, but it might have been you, Tom, actually. That's your late 90s girl crew you miss. That's funny. Yeah, I'll have to watch that one for sure. And Shaheem says Wishmaster is my favorite horror movie ever. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought for some reason it was either Freaky or oh my gosh, what's the other one? Oh, When a Stranger Calls remake. But nice. Learned something new. It's so unique, one hell of a film, and it won't ever get old to you no matter how many times you watch it. Very cool. And Trash Chest says I did an Alice to Alice drawing last year. I'll send it to you. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'd love to see that. That's amazing. Joe Spinell was super sweaty. Yeah. He was the sweat master in that movie. Nathan asks, haven't seen Wishmaster. I would say it's it's perfect in that it is, I don't know, very late 90s, pretty good practical effects mixed with some pretty crazy CGI effects. It's just a really interesting amalgamation, but the concept is super cool, just like the way the djinn operates. So I definitely say it's worth a watch. Loki asked, have I read about how Joe Spinell passed away? He cut himself on a glass shower. Really? No, I didn't hear anything about that. Really? That's so sad. Oh, I knew that he had passed a while ago, right? But I had not heard anything about that. Wow, that's really sad. R.I.P. Joe Spinell. Okay, we've got, where did we leave off? Okay, this one's not horror, but I'm just gonna add it because it's on my shelf. So, Men in Black. And that was a movie that D got me. Shout out to D. Okay, next we've got, I guess this is a thriller. Not really sure because I haven't seen it, but The Ninth Gate. And we've got Ninth. Wait, did I spell that wrong? No, why does that look so weird? Ninth. Ninth. Okay. And then Tommy Knockers. And again, this one I guess is just sci-fi, but like I said, it's on my shelf, so I'm gonna add it. Encounters of the, oh my gosh. My typing is a nightmare, y'all. Third kind. Okay. Oh goodness. All right. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just like, multitasking. All right. Okay. Here's Tom's trivia question. What other role did Joe Spinell have on Maniac besides acting? Ooh, okay. Wow. I really have no clue, but I'm gonna guess, I know something crazy. Script supervisor. I don't know. It's probably very wrong. I genuinely have no idea, but Wes says Elijah Wood is such a horror gem. Protect him at all costs. Seriously, though, he is amazing. I love his love for horror. And Thomas says the third one was straight to DVD. Don't remember if it was VHS. Oh, for I Will Always Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah, I knew it came out. It was like in the early 2000s, but I don't know. I've heard it's pretty bad. I think I brought it up on Goth Day. Yeah. Yeah, I do remember talking about that. That's funny. Brandon says there's some good remakes, but I hate how everything gets remade nowadays. Lost Boys is even getting a remake. Yeah. I wonder when that's coming out. I mean, I heard about it a while ago, I feel like, but I don't know when it's slated to be released or anything. Yeah, that one will be interesting because I feel like the original is just so tied to the 80s and like it's just synonymous with the 80s that it'll be very interesting to see it modernized. Although I don't know if they're setting it in the 80s or what, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, next we have Birds the and House on Haunted Hill. And for these, I guess should I add the year for that one? I can't decide because I might get the remake um, on VHS. I have it on DVD, but this is the original. So yeah, I guess I'll put the year. Does anybody know what year the original House on Haunted Hill came out? I want to say 54, but I don't know. Not sure. T just put up your orange Christmas lights in your new place. Oh, cool. Spooky season starts August 1st for me. It's kind of wild that it's almost August, y'all. July has really flown by, and I'm sure part of that has to do with me having COVID for like a week and a half, but still, I can't believe it's almost August. Okay, so Shaheem says Wishmaster's your favorite, but those other films are all favorite horror okay, nice. Horror comedies. That's one I'm thinking about doing a video about my favorite horror comedies because I've started to like get a list of my favorites. So let's see. Loki says I had the pleasure of meeting Elijah Wood. Very cool. He's super nice and really loves the horror genre. That's awesome. Talked to him a lot about his movies. North and the Good Son. Very cool. Yeah. I would love, he would be such an interesting person to talk to, just obviously from an actor perspective, but he's just, like you said, he's a connoisseur of horror. So, yeah. Let's see. Tresha says he was a hemophiliac. Oh, was he really? I had no clue. Wow, that's so sad. He hit his head. He was an alcoholic. Oh, passed out after he hit himself and then died. Oh my gosh, that is so tragic. Wow. Yeah. Poor Joe Spinell. So sad. Wes says Vestron Blu-ray has Wishmaster 1 through 4. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's so interesting. I was just listening to a podcast the other day about the Vestron label and how I forget what company puts out the Blu-rays, but they basically got the rights to the labeling, if that makes sense. Because they knew it was just such a beloved label that they were like, okay, we'll put out these titles on Blu-rays. Yeah, I love that. Let's see. Oh yeah, Wes is guessing for the trivia question about Joe Spinell, producer. Oh, that's a much better guess than what I said. I said script supervisor. And Loki said Joe Spinell was a mentor of Sylvester Stallone. Okay. And also Sage Stallone's godfather. Oh, wow. I'm just learning all these interesting facts about Joe Spinell. Thanks, guys. Okay. So after House on Haunted Hill, we have Night of the Living Dead. And this is the original. So I will specify the year because I'm sure the remake was put out on VHS too, since it was 90s. And it's 68, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay, Shaheem. I didn't think it was that late. 2006. Yeah. When I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer came out. It was straight to DVD. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So, I do wonder if they still put it out on VHS. That's interesting. Yeah, I thought it was like early 2000s. Oh, he co-wrote the script. Okay. I got the script part right then. Yes, you're laughing, but we'll say I got it half right. But that's interesting. Huh. Yeah, I definitely would have lost then. I would have lost that trivia, but thank you, Shaheem. So House on Haunted Hill, the original was 59. Cool. A little later than I thought. But okay, so we got Night of the Living Dead, and we have Christine. I actually have 2 copies of Christine. And Saw, but I already put that because I have it on DVD. And then we have, not very good movie. Asylum of Satan. And Trash says an underrated Spinell movie is One Man Jury. Okay, with Jack Palance. Spinell plays a mob boss in it, and he has a pretty big role in the film. Okay, very cool. I gotta look at his IMDb and see just how many movies he was in, because I feel like he was in a ton of movies, and sometimes just as like a background character. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm going on a Joe Spinell deep dive tonight, y'all. You've inspired me. Okay, so Tom says that he spoke dialogue and then checked to see, if he were the script supervisor, yeah, to see if he spoke the right dialogue. But in a way, he was it was all in his head because he helped write the script. So in that way, he was kind of a script supervisor. I'm really stretching at this point, but yeah. Shaheem says, I would love to see a video or live stream of you discussing your favorite horror comedies of all time. You have so many more than just listed. That'd be another fun live stream idea too, actually, Shaheem. Yeah, I'll have to see. I'll have to decide what I want to do with that. But all right, let's see. Oh, thank you, Loki. Lionsgate owns Vestron. Okay. Yeah, I was like, I'm just trying to think of what the company was, but thank you. And Hector says that Sage Stallone was a huge horror fan. He and Bob Murawski, they founded Blue Underground. What? Okay. Y'all, I'm just learning so much in tonight's stream. I love this. This is awesome. And Wes says Night of the Living Dead, the Savini 99 remake, or not 99, 1990 remake is what got you into horror. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I've heard it's pretty good. I have heard that Barbara is kind of a badass in that one, so I'd love to see that. And then Tony Todd's in that, right? And I love Tony Todd, so yeah. Okay, let's see. We had Asylum of Satan, and now we have the original Amityville Horror. And I guess this is one. We've got the horror. Okay. And then, The Exorcist, but I also have that on DVD. So next we've got, okay, sorry. It's just Howling 4, not The Howling 4. So interesting. And An American Werewolf in Paris. All right. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're gonna. Do I tab to? Oh, nope, that was wrong. Kind of worked out. Okay, Paris. There we go. Thank you, Wes. I was close. Not really, but thanks. Grindhouse video. Ooh. Night of the Living Dead is coming out in 4K Criterion. Ooh, very neat. That's awesome. And Trash Dash says there's a really good documentary on Spinell called The Joe Spinell Story. Okay. Wow. Yeah, he seems just like a fascinating person. So I would definitely watch that. Yes, Blue Underground. I think you're right. Bill Lustig, who directed Maniac. So it's all connected. And Shaheem says they put out I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer on Tubi. So I doubt there's a VHS copy. Oh, okay. It was the year DVDs were still popular and tapes. Yeah, that's true. It was definitely the tail end. I'm trying to think. There's a movie that's kind of sought after on VHS, I think only because it was like the last mass-produced VHS. It's not horror, I don't think. It's some kind of like, I want to say action movie or something like that. And I wonder what year that came out or, was produced on VHS. I'd be curious to know. Hey, homie, how's it going? Do I watch movies on VHS often, or is it more of a collecting aesthetic thing? Yeah, I would definitely watch them. I only have my little, combo VCR TV, which it's like 13-inch screen. It's the one that sits by me or behind me in my videos, and I can't watch a movie on that for the whole runtime. Especially just up in my office. It's not very comfortable to watch a movie up here. So if I got a VHS player, like a separate one that I could plug into my TV that is in our living room, I would watch these more, especially the ones that I, only own on VHS and aren't streaming or anything like that. But yeah, for now, it's kind of just a collecting aesthetic thing. But if I can get a playable or working VHS player that I could use on my larger TV, then I definitely would. D keeps getting distracted by scary stories to tell in the dark. You're so right about having it on the background and looking over and seeing something freaky. Yeah, and then you just get sucked in. You're like, oh, what the hell is happening on the screen right now? Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. We're gonna keep going. I keep getting distracted, guys. Sorry. So we had next we've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake, and see, I was gonna put the original date for the original one, but I thought that this one was. Oh no, okay. This one does have the at the beginning, but it has the chainsaw. The word is mushed together. Oh man, but should I put? I'll put the date anyway. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Chainsaw Massacre. And I know this one's 2003. Okay. And next is Alien Resurrection. Correction. I don't know if I should put a colon. I don't know. I won't for this one. Deep Blue Sea. Sorry, I'm being so chaotic with these colons, guys. I'm being very inconsistent, but yeah, it is very random that I have that on VHS. It's not a good movie. I think it was just one that came in a haul of a bunch of different movies, and I was like, that sounds like a horror movie. I'll take that. Yeah. Wes says, can we get Blood In, Blood Out on 4K? I've never heard of that. That sounds kind of freaky, though. What's that about? Sage Saloon's company was Grindhouse releasing. Got it. Ashton likes scary stories to tell in the dark, but the main character was so frustrating. Like, stop reading the book. Yeah, just stop reading it. Come on. Yes, a whole 13-inch tube. Yeah. I want to get a 9-inch. I want the little tiny ones. I think they're so cute. So I'm keeping my eye out for one of those, but I have yet to come across one. I think they're adorable. Okay, Deep Blue Sea, we have Hannibal, which is another one that I also have on DVD. I have more repeats than I thought. And Jeepers Creepers I have on DVD too. Okay, this next one, I'll add it, even though it's a boot. But like I said, my friend Alyssa earlier, she made me the Alice Sweet Alice custom variant, and she also made me the collector, which obviously was never released on VHS, but I don't have to put the year for that. And then we have Queen of the Damned. Yeah. And this is another weird one. For some reason, the just feels wrong putting it at the end, but sense. Sorry. Shaheem says Deep Blue Sea is my gem. Oh man, see, that's another one. Y'all, I told you I haven't seen very many of these that I have on VHS, which is a good reason why I need to get a playable VHS player. Yeah, I need to watch that one. Not that I couldn't just stream it or whatever, but still, be cool to watch it on VHS if I have it on VHS. Loki says Blood In, Blood Out is awesome. Okay. And Trash Stash agrees. One of the best Mexican gangster films. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I'll add that to my watch list, y'all. Hank says I haven't seen Hocus Pocus on the list yet. I only have that on DVD, Hank, and Now that you say it, I guess I could have added it because I was including kind of like kids horror. So I had A Nightmare Before Christmas on here, Coraline. So I guess I could add that because I do have it on DVD, but I would love to get it on VHS too, for sure. Loki says, whenever I bench press, I think of Billy Bob Thornton's stuff. Okay, I'll have to be on the lookout for that, of him working out in that movie then. Kind of reminds me of the death in Happy Birthday to Me. There's a death like that. And I guess you can count the one from, is it Nightmare 4 or 5? I can't remember. The cockroach one. Okay, so we are on to King Kong. And this is the 70s one. I don't know. I don't know what year that is. And I guess some people wouldn't consider it horror, but I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to go ahead and look that up really quickly. King Kong. It's the one with Jessica Lange. 1976. Okay, cool. Oh, did I go away? My screen was black when it popped out or popped back. 1976. Okay, cool. All right, now we are on the last shelf, guys. All right. Homie says, just saw Wolf Creek for the first time. Really liked it. Just got Trick or Treat on Blu-ray. Very nice. Yeah, Wolf Creek is that's pretty brutal. I need to watch the second one still, but that's a good summer horror for sure. And Mick Taylor is just terrifying. Oof. Ooh. Everybody's talking about this Blood In, Blood Out. I've never heard of it, y'all. Tom says, an actress I've worked with a bunch of times is in a knockoff Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark called Where the Scary Things Are. Oh, okay. It's like Where the Wild Things Are meets Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That's so funny. Brandon asked, let me know if it's just me. Is there a movie that I really like that have multiple copies and different releases of? Oh, Donnie Darko. Nice. I don't purposefully buy duplicates. It's one of those things where if I come across it, so like for Alice, Sweet Alice, even though I have it on VHS, I would definitely love to have it on Blu-ray, something like that. But I would say if I have like a Blu-ray of a movie that I like, so like I have It Follows, right? I probably won't buy that on like a newer release. Like let's say, you know, it comes out on Steelbook or whatever. I probably won't buy that, at least not new. Maybe if I find it used or something like that. But a lot of these duplicates I have are kind of just happenstance. Like, you know, it came in a marketplace haul where there are a bunch of movies and I just grabbed all the horror, stuff like that. So yeah. And Tom has backup VHS players. That's a good idea. I guess I could technically lug my TV downstairs and use the connector cables to plug it into my other TV. But then it would probably still play on the small screen too. It kind of be like using an HDMI cable with your laptop to watch something on your TV. But yeah. D asked, do I like King Kong or Godzilla better? I guess I don't really have a preference. Probably Godzilla. I don't know. I just kind of like the lizard monster a little better than just like a giant ape. Yeah. Wes says the guy that plays Popeye in Blood In, Blood Out will be signing autographs in my city. Huh. I'll have to watch it, guys. Man, that's so funny. Okay, King Kong we left off with. Let's do Candyman, and this is the sequel, Farewell to the Flesh. And this is another one I'll just put. Okay, Candyman. Farewell to the Flesh. There we go. Ooh, I really need to get Candyman, the original, on VHS. I'd love to have that. Okay, let's see. Do I want to add the Death Becomes Her? box. No, I'll leave that off. So let's do, we've got X-Files, and we're mixing up genres down here at the bottom. This is kind of where I'm keeping more of my thrillers and some more sci-fi type stuff. But okay, we have Blade and Crush the. I know that one's thriller, but okay, let's see. Ooh, Wes hasn't seen Alice Sweet Alice. Ooh, yeah, if you get the Arrow edition, I'll be so jealous because it's so cool. Yeah. Shaheem prefers Godzilla. Giant Apes went out of style with Planet of the Apes. Ooh, sick burn. And D likes Godzilla too. Love the roar and atomic beam. Yes. And Wes says Planet of the Apes. Oh, is that the first? I forget how many remakes there are, but I'm not sure which one that is. The one with Wahlberg. I watched the original not too long ago, Planet of the Apes, and I gotta say, I wasn't like super impressed by it. I think I was pretty taken out by the ape costumes, which I know I shouldn't like knock it for, but I don't know, it was kind of distracting. But it kind of just felt like an extended episode of like the Twilight Zone or something. Yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't quite my jam, but Ashton says Godzilla all day. Did anybody watch Godzilla versus Kong? I didn't see it, but I heard it was really fun. So let me know if you liked it. Okay, so next we have, so I have two copies of it. Actually, I have the one tape copy and then the double. I don't really know if I want to differentiate between those two. I guess I won't worry about that now, but oh, excuse me. Okay, next we've got Prophecy, not just Prophecy. I know that's a different movie. This is the one with Christopher Walken, which I guess is like a thriller. Flatliners and Lost Souls. Yes, Lost Souls. Okay. And then I don't really know if Tremors 3 is a horror film. I think it's like a comedy, maybe comedy horror. Yeah, not really sure. Did I spell that right? And then no, Cape Fear is a thriller. We're getting to the end, y'all. Trash Test says Flatliners is a cool one. That's one where I've heard the remake is not good. Do you love Godzilla versus Kong? Okay. Was supposed to watch in theaters, got there, was sold out. Oh, no way. Really? Wow. I'm kind of surprised by that. But had HBO Max, so just watched it that night. Anyways, nice. That's one I feel like would definitely be cool to watch on a big screen. Just because it's like two, creatures that are larger than life fighting each other. So Godzilla versus Kong was awesome. Okay, Shaheem agrees. Yeah, like watching Freddy versus Jason. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. And Wes says Tremors is great. He hasn't seen the old Godzilla movies, but love the new trilogy. Nice. Yeah, I don't know how many are in the old series. There's quite a few though in the Japanese Godzilla franchise. But okay, let's see. And I know, okay, Bone Collector. Okay, and this is my only Vestron, and I know it's not really horror, but I want to add it anyway. And this is gonna be a long one. Little girl who lives down the lane. Oh God, I'm doing this so bad. Who? Okay, and then comma with a little Jodie Foster. Okay. Ashton says, I binged the entire Tremors franchise a few weeks ago. Oh, really? No way. That's funny. I feel like this would be good summer movies to watch too. Okay, Shin Godzilla is really awesome. Okay, cool. There's one with what's the one with the? So there's regular Godzilla, and then there's like metal Godzilla. I don't know what they call it, but is that one or is that a different one? Okay. Let's see. And that's Copycat. There we go. This is one I do want to see because it's got Sigourney Weaver and oh gosh, who's the other lead? Someone I really like. I can't remember. But I've heard it's a really good thriller. So yeah, one I want to watch. Shaheem says the original Tremors is still the best Tremors film, for at least for me. I know many Tremors fans definitely have their favorite films in the series. Yeah. And thank you, Mecha Godzilla. I had a feeling I was gonna say something like that, but I had a feeling it was gonna be wrong. But thank you, Shaheem. Okay. Dee says Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is over, so putting on The Babysitter now. Hell yeah. Since we're talking about it earlier, that's another really good one to have on in the background too, because as opposed to Scary Stories, you'll still see something wild, but it will be like a fun kind of wild versus a freaky kind of wild. So love that. First Tremors is Ashton's favorite. Nice. Okay, thank you. Wes too. Mecha Godzilla. Not Shin Godzilla. Okay. Good to know. Cool. Okay. So I think that we're done. Yeah, I got no, actually, I'm sorry. I have one more thing. It is not a VHS, but what I'm gonna do, so 177, we're gonna pull the format down so that I can have VHS for all of these. It's all the way up here. Okay. What did I say? 177. Whee, there it goes. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. So I do have one laser disc. So I will include that on here. And it is Tales from the Hood. And this is another thing, I'm not really seeking out laser discs. I don't have a laser disc player, but if I see one at, a thrift shop or something that I just want to grab, I'll go ahead and do it. So I'm not seeking them out necessarily, but I will purchase one if I see it at a Goodwill or something like that, which is where I found the Tales from the Hood one. So cool. Okay, so that's going to be 177 total. So that's Blu-rays, DVDs, VHS tapes, and one Laserdisc. So yay. Very glad to have finally done this. It's a long time coming, and I'm glad that I have it all in one place and I can just add to it as I get new movies. Very nice. Yeah. Shaheem says Tales from the Hood, definitely a great Laserdisc choice. Thank you. Yeah, I just saw it behind the counter. They had, where stuff's behind the glass, which you would think they would do that for like the more expensive stuff, but it was only like $4. So I was like, oh, hey, I'll grab that. I'm sure some of you heard this story, but I thought it was a vinyl soundtrack of the Tales from the Hood soundtrack. And then turns out it was Laserdisc. So maybe one day I'll get a Laserdisc player. Who knows? We'll see. Yeah. Oh, nice. See, we're just talking about the soundtrack. That's so funny. Yeah. Masterpiece from the soundtrack. Very, very cool. And that's why I was like, oh, it'd be so cool to have the soundtrack, but maybe one day I'll find that too somewhere. But yeah. Wes says you have the Scream Factory poster. Very cool. Yeah, it's a neat, I have it here. Actually, I'll grab it. The sunglasses on the skull are kind of shiny. It's kind of hard to see. But yeah, just too cool not to grab for sure. So what I'm going to do now is the long-awaited alphabetization. I always struggle with that word. Okay, so this is going to be very satisfying. We are going to sort sheet A to Z. Let me pull that out a little bit. All right. Yes. Oh my gosh. So exciting. I love it. And it should have kept Yes, cool, awesome. It should have kept everything else like in line with the rows. So awesome. I'll just do a little scroll through so we can kind of see the gist of what we got going on and maybe see if I have spelled anything wrong. Yeah. Still less movies than I thought I had. I honestly thought I had at least over 200, but yeah. Apparently I'm only in the 170s at this point, so still growing, still on the hunt for new movies always. So I'll be very interested to see where in the year. So now I know about halfway through the year we're at 170. What did I say? 7 or 8. So yeah, very exciting. And looks like these are all looking good. Didn't do too terribly with entering them in. And I love that I've got some X's. No Z's yet, but one day. Cool. Nathan says, when do y'all start watching Halloween movies? Good question. I mean, I watch horror year round, but usually I will... Hocus Pocus is usually the first movie I'll watch for spooky season, and generally try to hold off till at least September, but sometimes I start in August. It just kind of depends. But oh, hey, Chris, you have 4 Laserdisc players. Wow. How did you acquire all of those? I wonder. Yeah, we'll see. If I can find more Laserdiscs, then I probably will want a player. But since I just have one for now, I'm gonna hold off. And I'm always weary about buying electronics like that at, like a thrift store, because you don't know if it works. I know some people say, take it over to an outlet, plug it in and see if it works. But then I'd have to bring the Laserdisc into the store with me and it'd be a whole thing. So yeah, I'll wait and see if I find more, then I might actually look into getting a player. But okay, Trash Tash says that Tales from the Hood soundtrack is easier to find. Ooh, sorry, I hit my camera. On CD. Okay, cool. But I think it does have a vinyl too. Yeah, with how companies like Waxwork Records and stuff, they've kind of exploded. It wouldn't surprise me if Waxwork themselves had a version of that, of the Tales from the Hood soundtrack. And their releases are really, really cool. Their artwork is always really cool. I don't own any Waxworks, but we do have a record player, so I could play them. And that's another thing I want to get Alice Sweet Alice on vinyl, the Waxworks vinyl, because it's so cool, so pretty. The actual vinyl itself is yellow with like a red splatter. So neat, yeah. But Wes, you were right. The original artwork for Tales from the Hood is really cool. The skull with like the gold tooth and the sunglasses, so iconic. Shaheem's talking about my Laserdisc fiasco, where someone said I wasn't a real horror fan because I didn't know what a Laserdisc was. So yeah. But someone also said I should try to put the Laserdisc on the record player and see what happens. And yeah, that would just scratch it up. But oh, Wes says you'll send me the Frighteners. Okay. I still need to get a P.O. box, but if I do, I'll let everybody know. I'll try to include it in the description of my videos if I do end up getting one. I need to look and see how much it costs, because I think there's a monthly fee or whatever. I'm not exactly sure. So depending on how much it is, I still have to look into that, but I promise I will let everybody know. Hey, Mika, how's it going? Welcome. Mark says Copycat is really good. Traumatized you as a kid. Okay. That's what I've heard. I've heard it's a really good thriller. And did I say Sigourney Weaver was in it? I think she is. I gotta look and see. But yeah, I really want to watch that one. Oh, hey, everybody's saying hi to Mika. I love it. Thank you, Shaheem. Thank you. I'm pretty proud of it. Glad to finally have it done. But Ben says they have a Laserdisc for The Rocketeer. Accidentally bought it thinking it was the vinyl. That's exactly what happened to me. I was like, ooh, this is a soundtrack. They look identical. Like the packaging looks identical. And obviously vinyls were around way longer than Laserdiscs, or before Laserdiscs. So yeah. Um, oh, Dee says August 1st is when you start watching Halloween movies. Must watches are Rocky Horror, Coraline, Monster House, Sleepy Hollow. Those all give great, great spooky season vibes for sure. And something from the Halloween franchise is very nice. Yes. Yeah, I keep seeing people post about finding Halloween stuff in stores already. I do feel like every year it starts earlier and earlier as far as like stores putting stuff out. So it's always interesting to see. It's July and we're already getting Halloween stuff, which I'm not going to complain about it, but it's just so interesting. Yeah. Brandon asked, do I ever watch the Halloween movies during Halloween time? You watch them every year. No, I don't have, it's not like a tradition or anything. I still haven't watched the whole franchise yet. So I'll probably actually add some of the ones that I haven't seen yet from the Halloween franchise onto my 31 days of October watch list, which I try to do every year. And I think I'll probably try to do that this year too. But it's always kind of hard to do that, watch a movie a day or whatever. But yeah, I still have to see Halloween 5. And I can't remember if I've seen Resurrection. I don't think I have. And then whenever We're Getting Ends, I can't remember when that's coming out exactly. But yeah. Ben recently got Waxwork vinyl for Krampus. Very cool. You forgot you pre-ordered it. That's always funny because like you reach a point, like it's like, you know, like the 5 stages of grief. For pre-orders, I feel like there's like the 3 stages of not grief, but like when you pre-order, it's like excitement when you first pre-order, and then anger when it's taking longer than you thought, and then surprise when you realize you're like, oh yeah, I got that. Like I bought that forever ago and now it's coming and it kind of feels like Christmas, you know? It's so funny. Oh, Mika, so this is actually all of my horror movies, and a few thrillers, but so it's probably less than half VHS tapes, unfortunately, but I'm still working on it. So so that's my whole horror and thriller collection. Blu-rays, VHS, and DVDs. And oh yeah. Thanks, Tom. Oh my gosh. Oh, see, that's true. That's very true. I'd be curious to know. I have a feeling he's not getting very many, but if I have a PO box, I'll send you stuff. I have tons of crap. Yeah, I do promise I'll look into that soon, y'all. I just really know nothing about it. So I'm gonna see. I think I'll just come up with like a figure in my head of how much I'm willing to pay a month. And then if it's that or less, I'll totally do it. But if it's more, I might have to wait and just see, you know, financially if it'll be worth it. But yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mika. I was trying to remember who the other actress was. Holly Hunter. Yes. Holly Hunter and Sigourney Weaver. That's like a power duo. And I absolutely need to see it ASAP. Tom says, I usually watch Halloween movies around Halloween. Michael Myers movies, yes. Yeah, see, that's when it's like, I think for a lot of people, obviously it's called Halloween, so you think just automatically associate it with Halloween time. But for some reason, I never watched them as a kid. And so I don't have like any nostalgia attached to the Halloween franchise. So it's not like an automatic thing for me to think, oh yeah, you know, October's here. Let's watch some Halloween. So, yeah, still got to watch the rest of the franchise. But Shaheem says, I've always watched horror movies since I was a baby, but I've never thought to ask my mother what was the first horror film she ever had me watch. Ooh, you should do that and let me know what it was, since you started so young. That's so interesting. Hi, Tales from the Shelves. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Here's some money. Oh, that's so nice of you. Y'all, like I said, this is my first live stream where this has been available. And you guys are just so generous and I really appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. Mika says, I have so many movies pre-ordered for August, September, and October. The wallet is on fire. Yeah. Yeah, I think I've only really pre-ordered a couple of things before. And it's hard because like the waiting can be so difficult when you just want it now. but like I said, it is kind of like a little present when you forget that you got it, or it's just something to look forward to, I guess, when you have that marker in your mind of, okay, I'm getting this week or next month or whatever. Yeah, I did just see that Severin, which I pre-ordered the Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched, the folk horror documentary when they first had that. And they had the whole pack where it was like a huge pack of stuff. It was like over $200 of all this folk horror related stuff. Not just the movies, but there was like a necklace. They're all like replicas from the movies, which is so cool. And then they had it all in the pack for like over $200, and I was like, oh, I would love to get that, but too much money. But I just saw that they are putting up the individual items from that pack. So like there was the necklace, there was this plate that was designed after a plate in a movie, a couple other things that they're selling for only like, it's like $10, 15. It just depends on the item, but I was like, that's pretty cool. And I was thinking about maybe buying those. Those you don't have to pre-order, but there's a very limited quantity, so it's something you have to kind of hop on. So if you were maybe looking at that box set when it was first coming out, but you couldn't afford the whole thing, but you saw something that you thought you would want, like an individual item, then go to Severin's website right now and check it out, because I'm sure they won't last very long. But yeah, sorry, that was a little tangent about Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched, but Trash Dash says Halloween got way more popular in the last 10 years. Freddy and Jason were way more popular in the 90s. See, that's so interesting, because I guess since I wasn't really a huge fan or whatever, I wasn't aware of it. So it is interesting how, obviously with like the, I don't know if you call them reboots or whatever, you know, like the new Halloween movies that are coming out, that's really generated a lot of interest. So it's kind of like a chicken and the egg scenario, like were they made because people were getting more interested, and then that generated even more interest. Because I did hear that purchases and views of the original Halloween skyrocketed when the 2018 one came out. So it is so fascinating how that kind of stuff like cycles in and out. But oh, thanks, Nathan. Thanks so much. Yeah, I guess I'll have to see. Maybe I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could do like this. Because what I'll probably do for future movies that I get when I add to my collection, I'm just gonna add them. Well, do I want to do that, or do I want to save them for a live stream? I was thinking, like, should I just add them while I get them, or save up all the ones that I haven't added yet and then put them on the list on a live stream? I don't know. Let me know if you would rather me do that, or if you're just like, don't bother with it, Anna, just add them as you get them. Let me know. But Ashton says the first horror movie I watched was The Ring, and I didn't want to turn my TV on for a week. Yeah, because you were afraid that Samara would crawl out of it. Oh, totally. If that was the first horror movie I watched, I would be the same way. Although I guess my first one that really affected me was pretty similar, because it was The Grudge. So same kind of like scary girl with the long black hair. But instead of the TV, I was just like worried that she was in the corner of my room at night, or she was gonna like crawl under my covers, that kind of stuff. So I can definitely relate to that. Hey David, how are you doing? Yeah, I would say that Giallo, horror thriller, combination of the two. Yeah, definitely. Definitely slasher-esque, so I would consider them horror for sure. Shaheem says, I'll definitely let you know, Anna. That's the one question I never thought to ask her. Yeah, please. I would love to know. It's always funny what parents remember that maybe you don't necessarily remember, or you have different accounts of events when you ask them a specific question like that. So I would love to know. Brandon says, a while ago, I was talking to my dad about what the first horror movie I ever watched, and it was Freddy versus Jason. Really, I guess it was when you were really young, had the poster hanging above your bed. That's so funny. Wow. And I guess you were, must have been all into it. It didn't like traumatize you or anything, but that's awesome. Oh, Tom has the full core box set. Haven't watched anything yet. I'm trying to remember what all was included in that movie-wise. Obviously, besides the documentary, but I think I'm pretty sure Eyes of Fire was in that. And I watched that on Shudder because they have their full core collection on Shudder that was like inspired by the documentary. And I wasn't a big fan of it. It just wasn't really for me. But I'm trying to remember the other movies they had included in that, and I can't off the top of my head. But that is one that I did watch, and I was just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. But as Shaheem says, all I ever knew growing up was that my mother had me watch horror at a very young time to desensitize you. Oh, okay. Did that work? I mean, obviously you love horror now still, but did it make you less scared? I wonder. Interesting. Mika says Halloween and Alien are my favorite all-time horror franchises. Happened since you were a kid. Nice. I do think it's hard to beat the 1-2 punch of Alien and Aliens, like those two movies back to back. Like, honestly, chef's kiss as far as horror franchises go. Because I would definitely say that Halloween 2, I don't know. Personally, I prefer the original, and I do think that Halloween 2 is, a bit weaker, but I'm just trying to think of other, first and second movies in a franchise that are super, super solid. I guess I would say Child's Play fits that too. Yeah. Trash Dash always loved. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Trash Dash. Yeah, more vlogs are coming. I'm planning on filming. I'm hoping to do possibly a dollar store one, where I go around and see what horror movies I can find at dollar stores, because I think you'd be surprised what you can find there. Blu-rays, stuff like that for only $1. So I'm gonna check that out and see. But yeah, I'm always love doing these. It's always fun to talk to you guys. And I'm really glad, since the vlogs are kind of a newer thing, I'm glad that they've been pretty well received. Y'all seem to like them a lot. So I was a little worried about that because that was just something that I wasn't used to doing, but I love hearing that. Tom says my parents let me watch horror not because they were prepping me for a scary world, because they were bad parents. Oh no. Well, yeah, I guess hands off would be a good word, Yeah, my parents they didn't necessarily like ban horror from the house or anything like that. They were never like, you can never watch this, but it just kind of never came up, or like maybe because we didn't really express interest at a young age and they weren't seeking it out and it wasn't like in our house. We just never really watched it. So it wasn't like necessarily taboo for me. But I didn't see a ton as a kid. Like you guys know, franchises, I haven't watched like the big horror franchises. Everything I've seen has pretty much been when I've been an adult, not as a kid. So, which is pretty unusual, I would say, for a horror fan. In general, I think a lot of people start out at a younger age watching, like, obviously, Freddy, Jason, Michael, all that. So, Shaheem likes to think The Bride of Chucky was the very first horror film you ever watched as a baby. I could be wrong. Possibly a Jason movie. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll see what your mom says. Oh, and Tom's seen Eyes of Fire already, a bunch of the others, but on VHS or DVD. Yeah, I do know that Eyes of Fire on VHS is pretty sought after. It'd be a cool one to have. Yeah, Mika, Aliens, so good. And Aliens has to be one of the best sequels ever made. Yeah, I think it's cited. It's like the big, what people say the sequel could possibly be better than the original. It's like Aliens, Terminator 2, Star Wars. Oh my gosh. I can't think of the second one. Wow, that's sad that I can't think of it. There's a couple others I can't think of right now either, but and D likes Halloween 2 better than the original. Nice. I'm due for a rewatch on 2 for sure, but yeah, I don't know. The first one is just like, when I think about Halloween, that's the first thing that pops in my head is like Laurie in her blue shirt with the butcher knife, just so iconic. Hey, Craig, how's it going? Oh, no, you're okay. There's always the replay, and I'm still kind of experimenting with times for people because I know you're in Australia, so I'm trying to think what time it would be there. Really early, right? Yeah. So we'll see. I know I'm kind of just keeping you all on your toes with the times and the days that I'm doing these, but it's basically just been on my schedule has been changing. So yeah. Next one I'll probably try to do like an afternoon one, but we'll see. So Shaheem was always half and half of being scared and desensitized. Oh, okay. Jeepers Creepers and Child's Play def scared me mostly, but I still loved watching them anyways. And those are the best things where it does scare you, but you want to keep watching. I think those are like the best kinds of horror films for sure. Ben says, I guess kids could handle horror better back in the day. Yeah, it's interesting because like I wonder if it's kind of because media for kids has kind of been, I don't know, I don't want to say softened, but I feel like compared to when I was a kid, even, and I mean, especially for people who are older, the kind of stuff that were even in kids' movies was pretty scary and possibly traumatizing, depending on what scares you. But I feel like now I don't have a kid or anything like that, but the general gist I get is that we're not seeing that as much in kids media, stuff like Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island and things like it's not as scary. So I wonder if that's just because companies aren't making things as scary for kids nowadays. But yeah, super interesting. I'm sure someone has done a deep dive on that kind of stuff. So I agree, Mika. Yeah, never too late to become a horror fan. Amen. So true. And Tom saw Nightmare 4, 5, and 6 in the theater when you were little. It was so awesome. Oh, so jealous. I wish they would re-release the original Nightmare on Elm Street in theaters. I would love to see that in the theater. It'd be so cool. Maybe one day. I know they did the thing and I missed it. I'm pretty sure it's not in the theaters anymore, but which that would have been another one that'd be really cool to see in the theaters. Trash House liked 2 way better. Yeah. I agree. I think 2 is a stronger film in general, which is why I kind of didn't say Friday the 13th 1 and 2, just because I do feel like the original is kind of weak. So that's just my opinion. But Gordon Knight says, pretty sure Psycho was my first horror. Really? Or some crappy 50s creature feature. That's funny. Psycho would be hardcore to watch as a kid. I feel like just the shower scene alone would be like, whoa, what is happening here? Craig says, my wife and I took out middle child Jake to the Elm Street remake. Oh, okay. When we had to, sorry, we had to take him. He was 7 weeks old. Oh, okay. He was a baby. Okay. So he has no memory of it. Did he sleep through the whole movie? I'm curious to know. Or did he cry at inopportune moments? Which I feel like babies always do when there's a baby in the theater. But Psycho 2 is actually better than the original. Okay. That's what I still haven't seen. I've heard it's fun though. And I love that Anthony Perkins is still in it. So Shaheem says I got over being frightened of horror movies around 9. Okay. Since then I would get frightened every now and then by a really great horror movie, but they wouldn't faze me knowing they're fake. Yeah. And that's the thing too. I think the older you get and the more you watch, the harder it is to really be affected, like on a deeper level. Like I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I feel like there's not going to be a horror movie I watch that will ever affect me as much as The Grudge did when I was a kid, because it was just, it was something new. It was something, my brain is still developing at that age. And now I've just seen so much that it's like, what is out there that's actually going to really disturb me, I guess we'll just have to see. But Hector says, my dad introduced me to horror movies. Nice. The first movie I recall watching with him was The Child, about a pretty like girl who has zombie friends that do favors for her. Okay. You were scared of the girl. Okay. I've never heard of that before. The Child. Interesting.
And that's the thing too. So everybody's talking about how their parents were the ones that introduced them to horror, or I've heard a lot of people say it's like their older siblings. And I was the oldest sibling in my family. I mean, I have a twin brother, but we're the same age. And then, like I said, my parents didn't really introduce me to it. My mom, she read Stephen King books, but that was about it. She didn't really watch horror movies, so I just really wasn't exposed to it. But Craig says, as a kid, the main witch from The Witches was more scary. Yeah, she is pretty terrifying with that practical makeup for sure. Like Jeepers Creepers and Child's Play, Courage, The Cowardly Dog, yes, and Thriller. Those were the goats of horror genre that genuinely scared me. But I was so hooked, I kept rewatching them. And that's something too. I know that Thriller was a big one for a lot of people too when it first came out. So interesting how a music video could do that. 80s kids were exposed to a lot of creepy stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm a 90s kid, so I think I got it a little bit lighter than 80s kids, but yeah, 80s was kind of like the heyday of scary stuff for kids, I would say. But used to collect cards called Dinosaurs Attack. Super gruesome cards of dinosaurs eating people. All right. That kind of reminds me of the Garbage Pail Kids too, which those started in the 80s, right? I'm pretty sure. Yes, Dee, I did part 3 on a watch along for Friday the 13th. And I still haven't seen 4 yet, but I have heard a lot of people really like 4. So I really need to watch that one for sure. And that would be a good one to watch while it's still summery. A good summer camp horror movie. And Tom saw Psycho in the 90s for the first time. Oh, on Laserdisc. Nice. Very nice. I'm sure it was great quality on Laserdisc. And Brandon liked Phantasm 2 more than the original, but don't like any of the sequels. Okay. That's one I've only seen the first one. So another franchise I need to complete, but there's a lot in that one too. Hank says Disney Halloween Treat was my first, if that counts, but if not, then maybe my brother's copy of Ghostbusters. Nice. Yeah. A good horror comedy with Ghostbusters. There's some pretty scary stuff in Ghostbusters too, I will say. So yeah, that absolutely counts for sure. Jake slept, but they had a guy dressed up like Freddy, and I told him to go where the baby's sleeping. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Yeah, if that baby woke up and was like, what the hell is this thing? This crazy looking guy. Okay, Garbage Pail Kids were 80s. Nice. And I know they made a Garbage Pail Kids movie, which is supposed to be really bad. Sorry, Puka just made a really weird noise. You okay? She's like, I'm so tired, Mom. You need to go to bed. She's just laying on the ground down there. Ashton's a 90s kid. Now I feel old. Yeah, I know. I'm almost 30. It's crazy. The 90s kids are slowly going out of our 20s. Man, it's wild. And Loki asked, did I ever watch or seen Arachnophobia? It's a fun little film, horror film from the early 90s. No, I've heard of it. And I'm pretty sure they're doing a remake of that, right? So I need to watch the original before that comes out. I'm pretty sure Haunted Hippie Kylie really likes that movie too, the original. So yeah, I need to check it out. But spiders, they don't scare me too bad, but I would be interested to watch an entire movie where spiders are like the thing. Craig says, my brother had me hooked on horror early. He let me watch Elm Street 1 and 2 when I was 4. Oh, that's early. And our family had a video store when I was a kid. Oh, that's awesome. You watched all the horror tapes. That's amazing. That's like the dream right there. Yeah. I feel like watching Nightmare on Elm Street at 4 years old, that would be traumatizing. Oh my gosh. Shaheem says, definitely think Scooby-Doo was the biggest and still the ultimate horror show. Made horror safe for kids. Yeah, it was a very like a good entry level horror for kids. Absolutely. I agree. And Tom says you rented Garbage Pail Kids when it came out. I was so excited to see it. Were you so what do I want to say? Disappointed after watching it, or just like kind of like, what is this? Again, I haven't seen it. That's just what I've heard about it. But Oh, sorry, Ashton. I forgot. Like, there are some 90s kids who are 30 now. My husband just turned 30, so I should know this. Duh. Oh yes, Hank loves Puka. I can try to see if she wants to come. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to come up and say hello? Come here. She hasn't made an appearance. No, come here. Come on. Come here, sweetie. She's not having it. She wants to go to bed. I'm sorry. Sorry, that was a brief appearance of Puka, but oh, Shaheem, you're only 25, really? You're a youngin'. January. Oh, you still got some time too. You'll be able to rent a car though. That'll be sweet. Gano's younger, so a lot of childhood horror memories are old internet creepypasta like Jeff the Killer and Slender Man. Yeah, that's something I definitely missed the boat on. I'm a little too old for stuff like that. I guess there were a few things, but it wasn't like it is now, or like the heyday of creepypasta. Tom says youngsters. Are you still a youngster if you're 30? Say yes. Gano says, I remember being freaked out by Slither when it came on TV and The Grudge. Yeah, Slither, despite being a horror comedy, I guess not despite, but like definitely has the horror element strong. There's some very, very disturbing imagery and stuff happening in that movie for sure. Spiders, if you want spiders, head over to Australia. Nope. I've seen the videos. I've seen the videos of spiders that are like this big. You can't see my hands. I guess I can get rid of this thing since we are done with that. But yeah, gigantic spiders climbing on people's ceilings and jumping at them, and nope. I guess so. I did say that I wasn't really scared of spiders, but when they're huge like that, then I would say yes, I am. And Hank loved Goosebumps, both the books and TV show. Mostly the show. What about the rest of you guys? Yeah. Okay, we've got some love for Goosebumps too, and that's another thing I just didn't really watch. And I didn't read the books either. I don't know why. So disappointed. And Puka, yeah, the iconic Puka. She made a very brief appearance. Maybe we'll get her to stay for longer next time. But okay, Trash Tash is 36. Nice. Ashton says want to trade ages. Oh my gosh. You guys are so funny. Hi, Rockin' Roger. You bought a copy of Can't Buy Me Love on VHS today. Have you seen that one? Oh, awesome channel. Thank you so much. Can't Buy Me Love is the that's the original, right? Sorry, there's Love Don't Cost a Thing. That's the, I guess, reimagining or remake. That's the one with Nick Cannon, right? I think I've seen that one, but I don't think I've seen Can't Buy Me Love, because that one has oh my gosh, what's that actor's name? Oh, what's his name? I can picture him so clearly, but I can't I can't think of his name right now. He was on Grey's Anatomy, right? Oh God, someone please let me know. Shaheem says 30 is the new sexy. We love our 30s mommies and zaddies. Well, thank you. I mean, still got a couple months before I turn 30, but obviously it doesn't matter what your age is. Don't care how old you are. We welcome all people of all ages here. We are not ageist on this channel. Brandon says, I got my little brother into horror a few years ago when I bought him Scream, Donnie Darko, Idle Hands, and Lost Boys for his 10th birthday. But my mom hates that I got him into it at a young age. That's funny. I think that's a good, those are all good movies to introduce him. And I think 10 is a good age. I don't think that's too young necessarily. And if he's old enough to know that he likes it, then that's the important thing too. So yeah, that's awesome. Hector says, last time I was scared by a movie, I was 14 and it was The Gates of Hell. Oh, okay. City of the Living Dead. Yeah. Walked home after midnight screening and thought zombies were gonna jump on me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's scary. A midnight screening. So you were probably out at like 2 a.m. or something too. Scary. Craig says my age is like the weather. Age 38 feels like 58. Yeah. Some days I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm still 23 or whatever. And then other days I'm like, I swear I'm like 60s. I'm just an old woman. So yeah, I totally get that. Gordon Knight says Eight-Legged Freaks is a great spider horror comedy too. And you're 47. Cool. We've got a good variety of ages here. I love it. Yes, and that one's got wow, I am blanking on actors' names tonight. And I can picture him. Wow. Is David Arquette, is he in that? Yes, Shaheem, you're right. Patrick Dempsey, thank you, is in Love Don't Cost a Thing. Thank you so much. Wow, I could not think of his name to save my life, but oh, the guy from Loverboy. Okay. Yes, thank you guys. Patrick Dempsey. Wow. I could see him so clearly in my mind's eye, but his name was just escaping me. Tom is 40, which is old. No, it's not. It's not old. We got to do cool things that don't exist anymore, like drive-ins and working in video stores. Very true. Yeah. And that's something that the youngins, they just will never understand. See, now I sound like a 6-year-old. They'll just never know what it was like. And Trash Test was about 19 when I saw The Grudge, and it still scared the hell out of me. Yeah, I was, I think I was 11, and I was just like, nope. This is too much. Oh, good, I was only 18. Okay, nice. Officially an adult, though. That's, you can vote and all that jazz. So, yeah. Okay, y'all. So, we're at 2:20 now. Okay, I did not realize we'd gone that long. But I think we're gonna cut it off. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me in archiving my VHS collection. Let me know in the comments if you want me to save my new finds and enter them in once I get a decent amount, and I can do another live where I do entering them onto the archive sheet. Or if you don't care about seeing that, then that's totally fine. But yeah, any other kind of feedback, anything else you want to see, any other ideas for videos that you'd like to see me do, all of that stuff. So, hi, Potato Dude. Okay, Potato Dude is 15. Welcome. And Brandon is 19. You thought you were the youngest? That's funny. Shaheem says, have that feeling every day. I might be 24 right now, but my soul is so mature. Yes, an old soul, right? Sometimes my soul feels old. Sometimes my body feels old too. And I get aches and pains in my joints and all that. Yeah, I can know. 3 years. By 3 years. That's crazy. Thanks for joining, Hank. Yeah, have a good night. And yes, agreed, Mika. Age is just a state of mind, I say. You're only as young as you feel. Very true. Okay, cool. Trash Dash loves collection videos. Nice. Yeah, I haven't really gotten anything new since my last vlog. So we will see. I'll still have to do some more hunting and go out and look for movies. But yeah. Aw. Thanks, Tom. Those laser disc nerds. Thank you. Appreciate it. And thank you, Shaheem. Thanks so much. I know it's interesting doing it on different days, and Friday nights sometimes people are going out and doing a bunch of stuff. Other times you just get home from work and you want to chill. So that's how I was feeling today. But yeah, horror comedies, that's definitely on my list of videos to do for sure. Speaking of, future live streams, they're very chill and it's fun talking about horror. Yeah. That's pretty much the aim for most of them. I think, like Shaheem said, maybe I will do a live of horror comedies, favorite horror comedies. I can't say if I want to do an edited video for that or a live, but, and then just maybe some other theme videos like I've done in the past, like the iconic food and horror or pets and horror, stuff like that. I'm just trying to think of other themes to do. So if you have any ideas for those too, let me know. And then I'm trying to think, maybe possibly movie watch-alongs, although my last one that I did, Watching X, got taken down for copyright, even though there was literally nothing in that had anything from the movie you couldn't hear the movie like in the background or anything like that, and they still took it down. I think literally just because the title was like Movie Night X. So I don't know if I just need to reword the title or if those are just going to get auto flagged. I don't know. So we'll see. If I do anything like that, it'll probably be a movie I have seen already. I think that works a little better. But yeah. So those are in general the ideas I have. So yeah, thanks, Ashton. Thanks for stopping in. You too, Brandon. Good to see ya. Thank you so much. Hi, Phantom Bangs. Young 47, but look and act much younger. Nice. Yeah, like Mika said, you're as young as you feel, right? Age is just a number. What are the main reasons that you like the original Texas Chainsaw? Potato Dude asks. I think it's a lot of it is aesthetic for me. I love sunlit horror movies. I love the 70s feel, the kind of graininess to it, and the realism that Toby shoots it with. It's just so visceral and gritty and grimy, and like the design of the house and all the bone sculptures. Leatherface being a really sympathetic character. Yeah, oh my gosh, so much. I could just do a whole video about what I love about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite horror movies for sure. Okay, goodness, this would be cool to do a Friday Part 4 movie watch. Yeah, that would be fun if I do one that is one that I haven't seen. That's really high on my list. That and Child's Play 3 are both really high. Because like I said, I've heard the Part 4 is really good. So I will definitely keep that in mind. Shahim says, most iconic weapons of horror would be awesome to do. Ooh, that's a really good one. I like that. Yeah, you've got the wheels turning in my head, Shahim. Maybe that, and then I think also killer design would be cool, or maybe like masks or something like that. Yeah, that'd be interesting too. Oh, Hank says best Office Halloween episodes. Nice. I do love me a good Office Halloween episode. Thanks, Dee. Thanks so much. And again, thank you to everybody who super chat and donated. I so appreciate it. Y'all are so awesome. Oh yeah, no, that's good too. Best horror kills. Very cool. Because yeah, these are all ones that I need to plan ahead for, because I definitely want to have clips for stuff like that. So yeah, these are all great ideas, guys. I love it. But yeah, again, thanks to those who super chatted, and obviously to everybody who was here watching along. If you didn't say anything in the chat, still thank you for watching, and thank y'all for chatting if you were in the chat. Yeah, I just so appreciate it. I love hanging out with you guys. So taking all these ideas in, and I will announce whenever I do the next, or plan to do the next live stream, but all depends on my schedule, so we'll see. But yeah. Oh yeah, Potato Dude, I agree. Yeah, poor Franklin. But yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna head out. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I so appreciate it. Bye, Trash Stash. Thanks so much. Oh, Hank says how to defeat horror villains. Okay, that'd be cool too. That'd be cool. I like it. Thank you, Shaheem. Thank you so much for joining. Always a joy to have you in the chat. And you too, Dee. Enjoy the rest of the babysitter. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm going to head out. And Puka has already left. She's gone. Puka has left the chat. She said it's bedtime. So, all righty. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.